Okay, it's the 25th. It's a Wednesday around 9 o'clock in the evening. Just got done working and see what's going on down there. Now, there's a few things you should know about the storm. One, if you notice its path, it comes up and it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be yesterday. But I still think it loses some of its power as it hits the coast. But I think from Tampa north, it's going to be pretty bad, especially with high tide and the waves and everything. But I think the majority of the wind will be up in the panhandle. And if you watch this thing, it goes up, and instead of heading towards Pennsylvania, it turns around and it comes up towards this area here on Saturday night, and it just kind of disappears. Now, you want to know why? Here comes your hurricane up from the south. And this is an upper level low up here. And it's called the Fujiwara effect. And what it is the hurricane comes up, or then it turns into a tropical storm, and it gets sucked into the upper air pressure, and it kills it and leaves it raining a lot, but it kills it and then it moves off. But there's no more. It just sucks it right up like a black hole, and that's why you see it come up through Florida and then circle around and come back around. Now, there's a problem with that. The lower Appalachians got something to worry about, not just the Florida coast. Now, this is your rainfall, and as you can see, here's the path of the hurricane right here as it comes ashore, and there's 4 or 5 inches, could be a little bit more in areas in the Florida, but the Panhandle gets most of the damage right here towards Tallahassee. But you know what? You got a back slope, a sloping effect that this is going to come around, and it's going to hit the Appalachians, and it's going to dump rain, and there's going to be some extreme flooding here. 10 inches or more, quite possible, in the upper Georgia area up towards the Carolinas, the higher levels, and that's what they've got to worry about. So I think the warning is out for that to happen, and that's kind of what I want to tell you about their area. And just remember, in Florida down here, you got some winds. This is the wind path, and you can see it's mostly offshore, but right along the shore, north from Tampa on north, the shoreline can get battered with some strong winds. And then as this comes ashore, like I said, it's going to come apart and as it hits the shoreline. But coming into the shore, there'll be some high tides. Um, and like I said, a push of water in, which will flood all these little islands out here. And that's something to worry about. And you can see as it comes up, it kind of sputters out as it goes into Georgia. But again, Atlanta, you're probably not used to this. You'll get hit with some heavy winds. Maybe like a hurricane category 1 or so, and it goes up this way, and then the winds just die down as it goes north. But up here, you can see a strong wind, 60 mile an hour, and a lot of rain. You know what that means? Ground's going to be soaked. There are going to be a lot of power outages up this way as it goes up. You can see here's the hurricane, and as it's coming north, and there's an upper air low up there towards Missouri up that way, and you can see the storm comes on shore. Now there should be some strong winds, like I said, north of Tampa, and then this comes up towards Tallahassee, and then you're going to see as this thing goes up. There's some strong winds going through Atlanta. Like I told you, they need to worry about that. And then the upslope of the southern Appalachians from Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, it's going to dump a lot of rain. There's going to be some high winds. But watch how this comes up. I'm going to show you this. Watch how this comes up and gets sucked into the upper low. Look how it goes around there, spins around, and it just kind of takes it. And hey, guess what? It's gone. And that's not normal for what happens at the U.S. So as you can see, it'll come up and it'll turn. And here's little old Pennsylvania. Here's Pennsylvania, and you can see, except for some winds in the around upper teens to low 20s out by Pittsburgh, um, you don't get much wind action because it'll die off as it goes around and just leave a little bit breezy conditions, and that's about it from this whole storm. But the big thing is if you live in the Panhandle or north of Tampa, expect a push of water inland, expect very strong wind gusts, and like I said, the heavy rains are going to be right along with the low as it comes up. All right, just wanted to give you a quick update here on that, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.